Aladdin is the latest live-action remake of the Disney animated classic of the same name. It stars Mena Massoud as Aladdin, Naomi Scott as Princess Jasmine, and Marwan Kanzari as Jafar. And it features Will Smith as the Genie, the iconic role played by Robin Williams in the 1992 version. This live-action Disney remake is directed by Guy Ritchie. The story, for those who aren't familiar, is about Aladdin, a petty thief who steals for a living in the desert kingdom of Agrabah. He encounters Princess Jasmine, who sneaks out of the palace to get a taste of life in the streets and for a chance to interact with the common people. Her father, the Sultan of Agrabah, is mostly a kind man and ruler, but he is advised by a dodgy vizier Jafar, who dreams of taking over the Sultanate for himself. Jafar plans to do this by finding a magic lamp hidden in a secret cave. That lamp is home to the all-powerful Genie, who is able to grant whoever possesses the lamp 3 wishes. And you know how the story goes. If you don't, then, well, I don't want to spoil it for you. But it's really not possible to talk about this film without comparing it to the original version. That, of course, turned Robin Williams into a household name for his energetic, charismatic, and absolutely joyful performance as the Blue Genie. When it was announced that Will Smith was taking over this iconic role, there were mixed responses. Will Smith doesn't fall short of charisma himself, but the role has pretty big shoes to fill. So, to address the biggest question coming out of this film, Will Smith as the Genie is a lot of fun, well, mostly. He definitely has his moments to shine, and he makes them count. He brings his own flavor to the character. Is it enough to replace Robin Williams' performance? Not quite, but then again, it's an unfair comparison to make in the first place. It just goes to show what a genius Robin Williams was. Moving on to the other characters, the lead role of Aladdin, played by Mena Massoud, is also well suited for him. Mena does try to replicate the skittish, boyish, rogue charm of the animated version, and again, it mostly works. What really works is the chemistry between him and Naomi Scott as Princess Jasmine, who is the real breakout star of this film. This girl is quite impressive. Now, this film is a musical like the animated version, so there's a lot of singing and dancing. The lead pair are both very talented singers and dancers, but Naomi Scott was particularly impressive to me. She was able to communicate a lot of emotion, even in the weaker, perhaps unnecessary moments in the film, and I'll come back to that in a little bit. But this actress is definitely one to watch out for. There are some narrative changes made in this remake that differ from the original, which I won't spoil for you. Those changes do feel like a modern update and work very well here. But there are some additions that feel very forced and unnecessary, such as new songs. Honestly, they didn't really work for me despite all the glamour and pomp and spectacle they bring on screen. The film is an hour and 52 minutes long, and you do feel the weight of the length from time to time because the songs tend to bring down the pace. This is also because of Guy Ritchie's direction. It feels like he doesn't know what to do with a musical. There are some points where the film feels like it belongs on stage rather than on film because of how Guy Ritchie envisions the presentation. This also translates into Jafar's character, with Marwan Kanzari looking and sounding caricaturish as an over-the-top villain. Also, the extensive CGI work on Will Smith's Genie doesn't always come across very well on screen. It's a little jarring, and it takes you out of the experience because it is a constant reminder that you're watching a live-action remake. These aspects definitely dampen some of the film's magic, which is unfortunate for some of the performers. I'm going with 3.5 stars for Aladdin. It is a lot of fun, probably more so if you haven't watched the original animation, and I suppose that's great for younger audiences. But for many others who have, Guy Ritchie's vision loses some magic along the way. Guys, what did you think about this remake? Did you like it as much as the original? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, keep watching It's Entertainment, only on Mena Now, you first.